Hi everyone, this is my fifth video of trying to speak coherently, clear, structured, using less pauses like 30 or 40 seconds, and I tried to film it just by one click, just record and that's it. So we will see how it will go. And today we will talk about a blue vector or sound vector. Sensitive zone of this vector is ears. And the story about this one, that in a primitive tribe, this is the first introvert which was appeared. His role was to listen of danger in the night. So imagine the whole tribe is sleeping, but our guy or girl, they need to be on the other side of the cave and just listen the sounds. The biochemistry of this type of people usually in reverse. They are more like, we call it owls. They are most active during the night. You can imagine that they would need just to listen to the sounds and just understand, is it danger, is it not dangerous, and if it was danger, they would need just to wake up our yellow vector. It's oral type of vector, and he would scream and warn everyone that we need to hide or go to the tree. If you imagine the classical introvert, it would be this blue type of vector. The symbol of this vector is either wave or hourglass or spiral. The story is that when our sound vector was sitting and listening of the sounds of the night, the main words for this vector is night, silence, and solitude. And because he was sitting and listening of the sounds of the night, the first ever question that appeared is, who am I? This is the question that every sound vector is asking himself during his whole life. And because of this, next question that will be appear, what is the meaning of me? What is the meaning of the world? What is the meaning of everything? And because of this, a lot of these introverts, they like to be alone. They like to be in quiet places. This is how they gain the energy. They are also egocentric. Blue vectors, they always think that they are above of everyone else. So you can imagine that most of the cases they hate people. They are the type of people when, for example, when they hear the news about nature disaster or some comet flight to Earth to destroy it, they feel a little bit good, I would say. If you this type of people, for sure you have the sound vector in you. And this is just the one of the features and characteristics that sound type people have. In general, they have on their faces minimal facial expressions, minimal gestures. They're really quiet, they have a quiet voice, they're timid, and they love poetry, classical music or rock music. They don't like pop music or some techno. The main word for this vector would be meaning, and most of the cases they cannot find it during the life. That's why most of them go on spiritual. They try to find the creator, God. They like meditation. A lot of them go into India, just understand what's inside of them, because they believe that world inside them is more important, is more interesting than physical world. And time to time they really don't care about money, about cool and beautiful stuff like cars. They don't go to vacation. They really need to know the meaning of life and what we can do to finally have the pleasure and have happiness. Also, I can say that because of this meaning, it's all about the idea that do something for this world. For example, if you take Hitler, because of his idea to create the higher race, he would kill a lot of people. There are a lot of cults where they have the idea to have pleasure, to believe in something that really wouldn't make sense. In general, this vector would be the most intellectual one. As I mentioned, there are a lot of people who really live about the idea. For example, Steve Jobs. He created the idea of best phones, notebooks, earbuds, and so on. Elon Musk. He is creating Tesla. He wants to go to Mars. And he wants to make androids to help people. I just wanted to add that this is also the most depressed vector, because they all the time thinking about the meaning, they all in their heads, and because of this a lot of depression is appearing, a lot of suicides because of this. These people are also really into drugs, because for them physical body is nothing. They want to understand and to live in their world, and when you use drugs and alcohol, you don't feel this pain inside anymore. So that's why a lot of them end up in depression and suicide. So the main solution for this type of people would understand that they need to concentrate not in themselves but on other people, even though they hate them. That's why I think this theory of psychological vector is really helping to people to understand other people. If, for example, you would know that this guy or girl has this type of vector, you would easily predict what they're thinking about, what they will do. You would not be so judgmental about this. And for example, if you would know that this guy is frustrated, green vector, you would know why he behaved like this and what you can expect. And you would not judge him or hate him, you will just understand this is how it works, and maybe you can have the solution how to help him. For blue type of vector, sound vector, the main point is to understand that he is talking to the invisible world, and his purpose just to translate this invisible world to the physical one, to humanity, and show them. That's why we have a lot of writers, a lot of comics writers, manga writers, because they created their worlds and just translated on the paper. I just wanted to also add that in general, happiness and purpose of everyone is to understand his characteristics, features, and quality, and just try to use it for helping people, try to be useful. But for this, you would really know your vector or your color, and this will help you a little to understand which features you have, so you would really try to improve them. Because nowadays every human not just having just one vector but combination of all of them. So for example, for me, I would have mixed 4 vectors. I feel that I have blue, green, brown, and orange. I feel that at the beginning I had more energy, but after a while I understood that I'm again started to rumbling, started to more thinking than speaking, and I lost thoughts and lost what I wanted to talk about. But for me, this would be a great practice again, and hopefully I will get better. So thank you if you watched it. If you want to add something, you can. But I will try to get better and speak freely and coherently. And I will see you in the next video. Thank you.